So pretty much all my videos have been about the production of my videos. This is where most of the stuff happens, in front of the computers, the editing. That is what takes the longest. And I guess that's where the magic comes from for the videos. It's piecing it together in a way that you're gonna tell a story. And the process is just, it's so long and tedious. It's always a joke with videographers. We all say, it's all editing. That's where we spend all of our time. In between shoots, at home, after hours, we're editing. That's what we do. So talking a little bit about the process of editing, I mean, we gotta dump the media. We gotta back up the media just in case something happens, something gets corrupted. We can't lose that footage. That could take anywhere from an hour to a couple hours to just move the data. And then we have to go through the clips, get rid of the ones that we don't want, mark the ones we want. And that could take, quite a while to go through all the footage and see what we have. So not even just that. So say we start editing, you get your timeline down, you get the edits you want, you get the music you want in there. After that, then you gotta color correct. So there's a whole process of just color correcting. Going through, you do your basic color correct. That means you're going to each clip and you're making, you're adjusting the basic colors, the contrast, the highlights, the midtones, and you're getting them all. So what you want to do is you want to get them all to match, and that's your basic color. And then you do your secondary colors, which would be highlighting, that's where the art comes from. That's something that you do to everything to make them all kind of some style that you want. It could be, adding a certain color into your lows, your highs, your midtones. Adding a lot of blue gives it a cool feeling, makes it more like depression or just not a warm, inviting kind of atmosphere. Where if you wanted to add more yellows into your videos, it gives it more of a warm, kind of happy feeling. I've added greens to the darks to kind of have a sense of confrontation. You see a lot of that in drama movies or drama shows. And so once you get done with the color corrections, and then everyone has their different workflows, but the last thing I do is sound design. So then now I actually go through, depending on what the video is, I have to do sound design. So a lot of those things you hear in a video aren't real, I guess. They're real, but they're not the actual noise you're really seeing. It could be, walking on a road, walking down a sidewalk, door shutting. The cleaner you make that, and the more dynamic you make that, it adds so much to your overall video. If you see the difference between just live sound and then somebody that's putting in certain aspects, different things, you really just heightens the video, and this makes it so much more engaging and just a much, much better video. So doing all this could take a long time. So there's some shortcuts like color grading, they make LUTs. I use Adobe Premiere when I edit, and that has a pretty good color correcting software in it. Or if it's a bigger project and I really, really want to dive in deep and make it the best, I use DaVinci Resolve, which is top notch. I mean, that software is just amazing of the quality you can get out of it. Like everything else though, it has a huge learning curve and it takes time. But the more you practice and the better you get at it, the better results. And once you start getting into this kind of stuff, when you look at other videos, you're recognizing so much different things. Like you're seeing what colors there are in the video. You're seeing, you know, and then you're starting to understand why they're using those colors. You know, they want you to feel a certain way, and it's more, and that's part of the storytelling. It's part of the experience. And a lot of things are just so subtle that you don't think about it, but it makes you feel that way. Certain colors and certain things, like I talked about, you know, the greens and the blues and the yellows. And there's a lot, I mean, if you just look out there, there's a lot of different color combinations to use. Like a big popular one is teals in the darks, yellows in the midtones, and blues in the highlights. And that actually will make skin tone pop. It's actually a really popular combination that a lot of colorists use. And I use it a lot in my footage, but it all depends on the feel and what you're trying to get in your videos. So that's just as a little brief. This is my lunch break, and I'm staying at the office to do my lunch break. Got a basketball game tonight, so I'm then not going to the gym. So yeah, I want to get back at it, and I'll see you guys later.